So with that said, that video that I posted January 12, 2022 forever changed my life. Prior to that date, for 6 months, I didn't know if my father was dead or alive. My father, back in 2019, moved to Nigeria, moved to Anambra in particular, to basically live out his Igbo boy dreams. He had built a house, he had worked for New York City for 25 years, and he was retiring on time, he was retiring healthy, and he just wanted to go back home and be with his family, live in his home that he had literally suffered and toiled for being in America all this while. I respected it, and I felt like him moving to Nigeria would obviously create a new chapter in his life, especially after retirement. And so we welcomed it with, open arms, and I was literally there to send him off when he was flying. And after that, my dad kept in touch. He would call once a week, call for birthdays, call for Christmas, call for holidays. And it wasn't until the end of 2021, I was noticing some distance. I wasn't hearing from him as much. My life was equally as busy, so I didn't put too much thought into it. However, I did find it a little odd, given the fact that my dad and I have such a close relationship. It wasn't until 6 months in that I realized I haven't heard from this man. I would call him, I bought him an iPhone, I would call him with the iPhone, send money for credit. Meanwhile, my dad is on retirement. Money is not his problem. I would send money for retirement. I will send money for this, send money for that. Still no word. It wasn't until I started to ask some really, really big questions that my uncle and my aunt in the videos now began to pull back and be hesitant to pick up my calls. For 6 months, I didn't know if my father was dead or alive, because when I would call, my auntie would tell me he stepped out, he's sleeping, or she's cooking in the kitchen, she doesn't want to go upstairs, blah, 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 just excuses. So when I went to Nigeria, the Holy Spirit told me, it's time that you check on your dad and you see the physical state of him and make sure that he's okay. I toyed with the idea, like, what did I do? I'm not a serial killer. I'm not a criminal that my dad would literally stop talking to me. Is he dead? I would have dreams of his body being hidden in the back. I would have dreams of him crying at night, calling my name. I would have all these series of dreams. And these were the seeds God was planting inside of me to prepare me for this day. So with January 12, 2022, I fly from Lagos airport to Anambra airport, and I drive down to Enugu, which was maybe like a 15-20 minute drive. And what I saw, no Nigerian movie could prepare me for it. I saw a huge heap of sand blocking my father's gate, which told me nobody can come in and nobody can come out. And clearly, because of this barrier, it made it very hard for me to have access to the gate. So when I finally did climb the sand pit, my uncle and my auntie saw me and began saying, "How dare you? I'm gonna kill you. You're a prostitute. You sleep in hotels for months on end." And I am just confused. What did I do? I'm just here to check on my dad. Is he here? Where is he? Daddy, are you okay? Screaming because now they're throwing sand on me and laying curses and abuses.
And Auntie Joe have literally been throwing sand on me. See? You see this? You see this? You see this? You see this evil?
All this while I'm just literally trying to find my dad. And the testimony and the story is going to then follow exactly what had been happening since then. Again, I will not be shamed out of my testimony. Family drama. You know how many family dramas are in the Bible? And yet God has exposed those family dramas to give light to his grace, his glory, his honor. So I don't see any problem with me sharing my family story, especially when I know that family story shows God's grace, glory, and honor. I will not be bullied. I will not be shamed out of this testimony. I asked for some patience because the Holy Spirit has put it on me to give this testimony, and I want to do it justice. Thank you so much, and I look forward to speaking with all of you guys as I post these series of videos. Thank you, and God bless.